Good evening, friends. I would like to start by giving a huge shout out to Dr. Janice and to all of her staff, volunteers, and supporters of this amazing organization for women, about women, the Women's Songwriters Hall of Fame, affectionately called WSHOF. I'm deeply honored to be recognized. Dr. Janice realized that there's a huge difference in the recognition given to women songwriters compared to their male counterparts within the music industry and in society as a whole. So she made it her business to correct that discrepancy, and we are all beneficiaries of her hard work and mindful focus. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be with you tonight in person, but unfortunately, I'm currently involved in several projects with hard deadlines and demanding collaborators. Please accept this video in lieu of my presence with all of my love and appreciation for you and for this very generous award. I accept it with gratitude for all the women songwriters who've paved the way before me and who've opened up doors for me. And thanks too for a couple of them that opened the door and then close it right back real quick to let a man in. You give me motivation. As a woman songwriter whose songs have impacted so many people around the world, I'm often asked, what made me want to be a songwriter? Well, truth is, as a teenager, I never saw myself writing songs. I mean, I wrote poems and I did a lot of singing, but I wouldn't have called myself a musician. It wasn't until I auditioned for Quincy Jones for a musical group that he was putting together that I first even considered writing songs. He chose me and 3 other guys from a field of over 800. And when he presented us with our contract, it covered both recording and songwriting. Well, I was ecstatic about the vocal contract, but I turned down the publishing agreement. Then Mr. Jones responded, "You either all sign both or nobody signs." Next thing I know, I had 3 large black men at my door. "Siedah, you better sign this damn contract." When 3 large black men urge you to sign, you tend to sign. So I did, and I went about the task of learning how to write a song so I wouldn't be in breach of my contract with Quincy Jones. So let that be a lesson to all of you. All of you young people, the universe has a plan for your life. And sometimes you just have to go with the flow to find out what that plan is. As for me, I love what I do. And it never feels like work because I have so much fun doing it. Sometimes I wake up in the morning with a thought or a saying or a feeling or a vibe, and I just can't wait to get to my computer or my notebook to write it all down. Or sometimes I'll be driving or riding in a car and I'll see a billboard or a bus bench with a clever phrase, which might then become the basis of an entire song. I collect them all in a lyric book. So when I start writing, I never really know where things will end up. Real talk, I'm so grateful to be a vessel for creative expression, to do good and make that change. Pun intended. You know, women actually grow up in an entirely different culture than men. You can be raised with brothers in the same house by the same parents, but as women, we've been taught to raise our daughters and love our sons. But it's important that the world hears our voices, our experiences, our points of view, our truths, and our suggestions for change for the better, creating solutions to personal, collective, and universal problems. And sometimes those views are best brought to the surface through a medium like music that everyone can understand and feel and appreciate. A few years ago, I was encouraged to begin writing lyrics for musical theater, as opposed to writing songs for myself and pop songs for other recording artists. I did some research, and I was surprised to discover that very few of the songwriters on Broadway were female, and almost none were African American women. So I decided now was the time for me to get in where I fit in and to expand my musical songwriting vision. And now I'm currently writing lyrics for 2 Broadway-bound musicals, as well as a successful movie musical franchise. Yes, Queen, yes! I'm so excited for this new chapter in my career. I now understand that my talent as a songwriter is a gift. And so I approach every single song that I write as an opportunity to share that gift with the world and impart an important message. I don't do it for the money or the fame, but when I receive acknowledgement by my fans and by you, my peers, mentors, and songwriting sheroes, that and this means more to me than anything. The check that often follows ain't too bad either, but that's another story. Again, I just want to thank you so much from the depths of my soul. I hope that my few words and my ongoing work writing songs and making beautiful music will serve as an inspiration to more women to dream bigger. And most of all, if you don't know what to do, girl,